Hey, it's Travis, Oscar Mike Radio. It is a great day, having fun. I can't wait to talk to these people here. We got a lot going on. Check out my sponsors. You'll see that little video now. We're here because on one side of your screen, you see some people walking with purpose, and their leader is in the image below us. So these are, except for Anthony there at the bottom, he's at the bottom, and on the left there you have Elena and Leo, who I know, and the two screens up top, we're Marines. Anthony, what are you?
Army,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just Army. All right. So
the best.
They're doing this thing called Tough Ruck, and I'm not gonna steal their thunder, but for you civilians and non-Air Force and Coast Guard types, you might not know what that is. So who wants to take a crack at explaining what a ruck is and why it's tough?
You guys want to take that?
Well, we're doing it right now.
Yeah, let's get having fun.
Yeah. So it's 26.2 miles. You got two different divisions, heavyweight, lightweight. I'm in the heavyweight. I got 42 pounds on my back right now. It's to raise money for the Military Friends Foundation, which helps most of Gold Star families of fallen service members. And it's basically to honor them, to raise money for their families. And you can also honor, during the hike or during the ruck, fallen firefighters, police officers, and EMTs as well. Man, so it's the whole idea. The tough part is we're carrying their pain.
Well, rucking used to be called forced marches, and people thought it was just a faster walk. It's not. It's more like a run, right, guys?
It's pretty. Our average pace right now is. So we've been averaging about 18 minutes per mile. We're on some pretty sandy, rocky soil where we're at. But I think that's a pretty good clip. If we keep that pace, we'll be able to finish the 26.2 miles in around 8.5 hours, maybe with a couple water breaks, just under 9.
That's still a pretty good clip. Yep. So, Anthony, what's your involvement in this? It's my understanding you kind of are heading up this. Am I right in saying that? Anthony?
So, but my buddy and I have been kind of taking the forefront. He's my buddy.
We're losing him.
Nathan Buckley. He's the one that kind of Devens. He started it because a few of us work on Fort Devens together. We did it last year and we had a blast. Actually met some Gold Star moms on the actual Tough Ruck. So it kind of gave us a little, excuse my French, kick in the ass. So we said, all right, when we come do this next year, we're going to expand the team and see if we can raise even more money. So we actually set a goal of $20,000 this year.
$20,000.
Yeah, it's a big ask because we have only 14 people on the team. But I think by the end, because the money's due in 2 weeks, it's due March 23rd. I think by the end we'll have 10,000. So we didn't reach the goal yet, but 10K is still pretty damn good.
Oh, absolutely.
So we've, some of us have been really putting in some serious effort to raise the money through just going to and creating different events, like going to gun shows. We set up a couple of events at breweries. We've been building these wooden flags to raffle off, which have been killing it with money. And we even made some military challenge coins that we've been selling off and raffling off. Yeah. Everybody on the team did their part. We had a guy on the team design the coins. A bunch of us have been building the flags. So it's a different way to raise money rather than just asking people, hey, can you donate to my cause? Because people don't like asking. Go ahead.
So when you met these Gold Star mothers and family members, what's that like, having served, realizing that, you came back, and that's always hard for me, which is why I ask, I came back from service, even though I didn't serve in combat, I had fellow Marines that got killed during their time of service, and we were in a peacetime. What's that like, meeting them and talking with them?
That question
it really takes you back. Yeah, Leo, if you got something, chip
No,
in.
go ahead. I'll go after you.
Okay. Yeah, it really just kind of takes you back and makes you remember that exact moment when you decided to serve your country, to take that oath and really think about the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. I myself, I'd never been to combat, but I got plenty of friends that went over and didn't come home. So I take it very personal as well. So anytime I, see somebody with a Gold Star plate or something that says, hey, I'm a Gold Star family member, I make sure I go up to them and I thank them for their sacrifice and their relative service. It's just so they know that they're never forgotten.
So how do you prepare for this? Because it's one thing to do. So for folks who don't know, when I was in, we called them humps in the Marine Corps. They're called rucks now. It's kind of an Army term, if I remember.
Hump till we die.
Hump till we die. The packs changed from what I still have my Alice pack, by the way.
I'm wearing an Alice pack right now.
I think, Leo, aren't you using an Alice pack?
Yeah, I have a modified Alice pack. It's called a Malice pack. It's
Malice is right.
Yeah. Well, I took some. It's Molly mixed with Alice. It's kind of a hybrid. I found it online. The instructions how to do it. It's much more comfortable than the Alice pack by itself, but it's stronger than the Molly packs. It's had a lot of problems with breaking because there's a lot of plastic in them.
Yep.
So this is kind of like the best of both worlds. So my back's fine. Right now, my calf's the only thing that hurt me right now.
That's the only thing that hurts some folks. So,
that's what's hurting right now. Tomorrow morning, I'll have different pains.
Okay. But
for the rest of the body's going to hurt tomorrow.
Rest of the body. So for the folks that don't know, a hump or a ruck is your combat gear. And in the military, you want a 15 to 18 mile pace, which might not sound fast until you consider you're hauling about 50, 60 pounds of gear. Not on highway, not on asphalt, not on concrete, in the nastiness of the outdoors. And you all got to keep up. So doing this now, what's the approach now versus when we were younger and more, handsome and beautiful and in shape?
I know for myself, I definitely started small. I started with 2 milers and some 4s, and then 6. I started doing a lot more stuff at the gym that was more lower body, the Stairmaster, stuff like that. Did a lot more step ups, and then I think the best thing you can do is just get out and do it, because your feet, you got to toughen your feet up. If your feet aren't toughened up, you're not gonna. Yep. You're gonna be hurting.
I think I'm the youngest one on the team, and even still, I have to, adapt to everything. I had to, really clean my diet. Make sure that I'm, pounding water, get out there and do it, toughen your feet, be very active in the gym. I mean, we're not all young bucks anymore. So everything comes into effect. So like Leo said, starting at small miles and then just moving.
This is our longest one that we've done so far. We're at 16 today.
16 miles.
16, so we're going to try to do 18.
Yeah, and we still got a month to go, so.
Now, what kind of footwear? I mean, I wore Matterhorns when I was in the Marine Corps to hump with. They were pretty good. I mean, are you guys using tennis shoes or like hiking boots or combat boots? What do you guys hump with?
Lane and I are both wearing Merrill Moabs.
Oh, nice.
Mother of all boots, the ventilated ones. They're lightweight. They breathe real well. They've got, if you look into the hiking world, they're one of the most, and they're affordable too, like $120. You're not spending, $250 like you would for a pair of Solomons or something like that. So as far as you need a pair of footwear to start out, you don't want to break the bank. I think they're very affordable, but they are very comfortable. They're lightweight. I have no complaints. Compared to a pair of jungle boots, they're awesome.
Mm-hmm. You got to have we have pairs of sock liners on, and then like special compression socks.
Wool socks and sock liners really help too with the blistering part.
Everything
First
matters.
time I went hiking with them,
everything matters.
Absolutely, everything.
The socks matter. Everything matters. Yeah.
So
How
there's a
much
lot
water
of there's a
you
lot
drink
of
a night?
planning and logistics. You don't just put on a pack, throw some rocks in it, and go walk for.
Yeah,
You know,
you
You
can't
could.
do that. You're gonna
You're
break
gonna hurt.
yourself.
You could, but you'd be hurting.
First time we did a hike, I did one loop which was 5 miles. I had blisters all over my feet. We just did 16, and I don't think I'm going to have a single blister because we're prepping properly.
all right. So just real quick, are you the only female on the team, Elena, or are there other women doing it with you?
No, there's other females on the
you,
team.
Amanda?
We have Amanda.
Well, that's the only ones I know.
That's it, I think.
I think we had somebody kind of who's gonna try to get on late. We'll see how it goes. She's a commander in one of the Army units I know.
Great.
Like a
Now,
rogue entry.
here's a noob question. When is your event?
April 19th.
April 19th, 42 days.
42 days. And you have to have your money in by when?
March 23rd.
March 21st. So this is coming up quick. So look, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be links in this video, in the podcast, everywhere to help donate to them. I know 2 of these Marines personally. We're involved in some other things. It's really cool that they're doing this now. Anthony, I got to meet you the night. It was really great. You know, as you're doing this, I mean, is there a sense of satisfaction that you're accomplishing this? There are easier ways to raise money. But
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You could send
definitely.
a check and go to bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, I mean,
I
just-
can't. Go ahead, Anthony.
but
Go ahead, Anthony.
I think
not Leo, you take it. He's
Okay, so yeah, it's definitely satisfying. I mean,
just
I
knowing
did
that
10 years in the
does.
Marine Corps, and I did 6 years in the Navy Seabees. When I was in Iraq, we did lose 2 EOD techs in our unit. I'm also Linda Kiernan, who you talked to on your show before.
oh yeah.
I met her at the pig roast at Reedy's last year, and I'm going to be carrying her son Beckett's name on my pack.
Oh man. So there is a personal connection for you all.
Absolutely.
Well, look,
I'm also going to be carrying. I mean, I'm on the fire department too, and that's another thing that is done at this Tough Ruck is you carry the names of firefighters that have died in the line of duty. And since I've been a firefighter, we've had 3 line of duty deaths due to occupational cancer. So I'm going to carry their names as well.
so firefighting even now is still a very dangerous job.
Absolutely.
It's not just getting the cats out of the tree.
No, it's not. I've actually got a parakeet out of the tree before. Believe it or not, it's no, it is. What we're learning now about fire and EMS and in the military, about 22 a day in the military with suicide. Well, this is the first year that suicide in the fire service has been higher death-wise versus cancer. Same with police and fire and EMS. Suicide is on the rise, just like in the veteran community. No one knows. I mean, we're starting to figure out why. So yeah, this is very close and near and dear to me.
Well, guys, I mean, I know this is kind of like in our world, in the podcast world, this is kind of an out of band, episode, but I know you guys are busy, but I just want to get it out there because, 1, I know you all, and 2, I've talked to Gold Star parents before myself, and they appreciate anything that's done for them. They feel forgotten sometimes. So, you can write a check, like you said, Elena, and go to bed, take the easy way out. But look, folks, I'll tell you one thing about Elena. The easy way is never her way, ever, in a good way. But, for you all to do this really is kind of that whole thing about action versus just sitting there and running your mouth, which is what I'm doing now. But no, are you guys going to do this at the marathon, or is it a different event? I'm just curious.
So it's the day before the marathon.
The day before the marathon.
Yeah, we used to do it during the marathon, but a few years ago when the Boston Marathon bombing happened, the year after that, they had said, hey, no more packs during the marathon. So they did this in lieu of that because obviously it's for security reasons. So we do it the day before the Boston Marathon now on a different route completely.
Have any of you ever done this before?
I did it last year.
So just out of curiosity, since you're not running with like 30,000 other runners, can you get a good pace, get a good song going and get rolling?
Oh yeah. Cause like anything, everything, but every time it starts off like super tight and bunched up, but then, by mile 5, everybody's found their pace and they're spread out. So you can, and the trails are big enough to where you're not bunched up on people, so you can get a good pace and stick to it.
If I'm in town that day, I sure want to come by and check it out, man. I just want to encourage my listeners and viewers again to, you can put your money in a lot of different places. You can spend it at the Starbucks or at the local bar, but hey, throw a couple bucks these guys' way. Look, I know you guys are on the move, literally, as we say in Oscar Mike Radio. Don't want to hold you up.
We actually hit you right at 16 miles. We just stopped.
16 miles, baby, yeah. 16 with 2 more to go. So just really amazing. Anthony, hope to meet you in person someday, brother, and I really appreciate your time today.
Absolutely, man.
Well, as we say in Hawk, folks, we are locked through lunch. They're on the move. This is Oscar Mike, and we are out.